evening. I'd like to welcome everyone and bring the meeting to order and ask that roll be called, please.
Blue. Here. Bozeman.
Here.
Disharu.
Here.
Holzhauser. Here. Humbles.
Here.
Reed. Here. Samhain.
Here.
Okay, can everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll now move on to the public participation portion of the meeting, and Dr. Dearman will begin with the superintendent's report. Okay. All of our stuff. It's a pile. Cheers.
First item of business, the young lady seated at Carrie's left is Sherry Adams. She works in the district office. She replaced Crystal, who resigned. So she's been with us for a few months now. And we thought we might want to get a backup for Carrie. Heaven forbid she's ever not here. Needing to go on and kind of not going to get a raise in this scenario for 5 years. So we freeze everybody, and we bump up those that we have to according to the law. So this, when I say it's the least, as far as cost, this is the least, the minimum we can possibly do. I'm not saying it's realistic. Nobody's going to want to work for 5 years and not get a raise. But here's the least amount of damage that this can do. So I'm not going to show your intelligence. You can read, as the wages go up, obviously the numbers go up. So at the end of 24-25, you're looking at a $65,000 increase from the prior year. Total dollars, you're looking at $240,000. So this, over the course of the next 5 years, is looking at about $250,000 cost to the district. Next slide. What's going to happen with this is right now you have people that come in at a starting wage, and then just like any other industry or business, as you are there, time you get raises, you incrementally move up, so on and so forth. But you have a starting wage, and you have your vendors that have been there a long time that are earning a higher wage just because they put the time in and count those raises in over the years. So you have a range. If we keep that range the same, so the same increase for everyone, and just move it all up, this is like probably the most expensive. So we keep that range the same, we don't compress it. So that gap between our starting wage and our top earner, keep that range the same. And then that bottom earner is going up at $15 an hour, that's going to bump that top wage earner way up. This is what you're looking at. And that 4.985, that's million. I wasn't going to put the whole thing in there. So as you can see, again, the costs are considerable. So if we do that, keep that range the same, and don't compress it, you're looking at $5 million. Next slide.
You scoot up and use the mic. You're off the grid.
That's true.
Good point.
Thanks for All right, next one. I just used an arbitrary number of 3%. John, I think you guys submitted a proposal that came on the spreadsheet.
He doesn't want to talk.
Not a proposal. The worksheet, so we can be on the same page. I think you use 3%, so we're getting total. So it's just to be consistent. Our 3%, that's a good working number. And that's not an unreasonable rate. At 3%, pretty in line. What does that look like? So as you can see, again, 1.826 million is what we're looking at. Those are real numbers. Those are hard numbers. That's law. This isn't going to change. And that's based off our current payroll of where we're at. Yes, people will come and go, but that's what we're looking at as far as dollars. So you wonder why Bradley University was on record verbally opposed to this in a big way. They were looking at much larger increases just because probably the number of student employees that they have that work for less than $15 an hour. I'm sure it's considerable. 1.826 million, that's considerable to us. So just something to keep in the back of your mind as we move forward as far as finances go. Next one, substitutes. When I say substitutes, it's all substitutes. Substitute teachers get a flat rate per hour you do a day, but if you don't do the whole day, you get an hourly rate that's 13 something. So even that's going to have to be bumped up something for those who just come in for a few hours. So I just want to kind of get an idea. We also have this amount as we bump those people up to $15. And I kept that consistent, since charity did. So you're looking at almost $500,000 for that as well. So between the substitutes and that 3% is probably a more realistic number. I mean, to freeze somebody for 5 years, let's be honest, that's not real. And to keep that range, probably not realistic either. That was $5 million. We're probably going to be somewhere in between there, and I think I gave a pretty accurate depiction of where we'll probably be, and that's at least $2 million. So I want to share that information because I've been asked about the minimum wage and how does that impact our district. And I believe that's all that I have.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we'll move on to public comments. Is there anyone who wishes to address the board? If so, please raise your hand. Okay, seeing no one, we will move on to the information discussion items. Information regarding the canopy bid package for the DVMS expansion project is available in the packet. Are there any questions? Could I please please, is,
We need to go ahead with the motion, but there's question time.
Okay. okay. So could I please have a motion to approve the bid package?
I move to approve the canopy bid package as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been three, seconded by Brian Zowen. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Reed.
Aye.
Zowen.
Aye.
Blue.
Aye.
Bozeman.
Aye.
Disharum.
Aye.
Olshauser. Humbles.
Okay, motion carries. We'll now move on to the information items. The school activity account reports are included in the board packet. Are there any questions? Information regarding the high school random drug testing is available in the packet. Are there any questions? Next, Coach Caslett is here to present information regarding the coaches clinic.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Where should I go here?
Anywhere you want to, either place.
And don't worry about the microphone, because it's
I don't need
dead
a
anyway.
Big trouble if I did that. I was just asked kind of about what we do at our, the coaches clinic when we went to out in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I kind of wrote up a summary. I assume everyone got that. But it was held on Friday and Saturday there, the second week of February. Coach Doolin, our sophomore head coach, now went out there. Starts at 9 in the morning, I believe, and kind of runs through about 8:30 to 9. So you get hour-long sessions. You just kind of pick out what's applicable to. You can look at schematic things. You can look at program development. Just whatever you think your program needs. We're kind of at the point where we're established enough that we try and pull one little thing or one idea, one concept from each thing that we go to. We meet, we talk. Saturday, we did the same thing. I'm not going to lie. At 5:30 Saturday, we were done. We didn't go to the night session Saturday night. The late night. But I listed on there all the things that we went to. The reason we've chosen to go to this, I think this is my fifth year. I think it was me taking coaches third or fourth, I can't remember exactly. But the reason I choose to go out there is just when I go to the local clinics, it's the local coaches. We kind of talk. Obviously, the clinics are on budgets too. It's a lot cheaper to hire coaches that are nearby. I've spoken at several of those clinics. The further you go, kind of the different ideas you get. And I've gone out there and I've kind of built some relationships with coaches out there at that clinic. It's mostly California, Arizona, Nevada, that area. And, you just hear different ways of doing things out there. And I think it makes us better. It makes me better as a coach to hear different concepts. And I think it's, in turn, help our program significantly. This is the first year out there. I think people are catching on. I saw Huntley, Palatine, Cary Grove. There were a lot of Chicago suburban schools that started going out there. So it's a great clinic. We really gained a lot from it. It was enjoyable. It's a quick weekend. We get back. We have discussed several ideas with coaches, and we're actually going to implement several of them. Again, at the bottom, I just kind of talked. Next week, we're on spring break, so it really isn't. But there's the U of I clinic that I always go to. And the reason that, that it's a great clinic, but that one is crazy to sound, is a lot more social for me because I know everybody down there. I know all the coaches. I have relationships with all the universities, all the colleges, pretty much in this area. So anytime I want something with those guys, it's something to make it home because I can get one-on-one time with those guys. So that's kind of why we like going elsewhere. It's nice to get out of the cold. Enjoy a week. So that's kind of it. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
No. Thank you very much, Coach. Information regarding members of the concussion oversight team is included in the packet. Are there any questions?
I just had a question. Who or does the school somehow keep contact with Midwest to make sure that we're following all the protocols? If protocols change, are we informed? You know, I know patients end up going to the hospital for maybe occupational therapy, speech therapy, whatnot, and I just want to make sure, concussion therapy, whatever they do, to make sure that there is follow through and we are actually following through with it.
Sure, our athletic trainer with our athletes, she goes through and do the baseline testing, they go through all the protocols, return to learn, all those sorts of things. I mean, we do have some people who might not go to their family doctor, and then, they kind of might either work through there, but our athletic trainers involved and our counselors, will send out emails about, different restrictions that students might have until, they all release.
And so when the therapists at the hospital or wherever they go recommend certain things for students, are we obligated to follow through on that as far as like time with testing or, I knew there's the concussion issue is where I guess the change has been, it's like when you're starting to run a marathon, you might run, small amounts at a time and build up, where now you're reading and then they want you to stop if you get a headache, and then you continue on more, so they give breaks. I just want to make sure that we are doing what is supposed to be done, or whatever new is what they claim. And how do we know, like, how do we hear? Is it just from the doctors, they bring that back, they go to the counselor and they add that to their 504 plan?
So I can speak, mainly just for athletics, but I know like our athletic trainer, who is new this year, which is part of the reason that we had to bring the oversight team, because a lot of people have been out of the district for a few years, so we had to, get some new members. But she is involved in, a lot of that professional development, as far as return to learn and things like that. Obviously we have, for football, we have a sideline doctor who could also be involved with that. As far as the people who aren't athletes, I know that our counselors work with when they get doctor's notes and things like that. That the doctors will send whatever their plan for that specific student.
Okay, and they should work the same, right, as far as students go and regular population? That they should all be handled the same, or no?
It just depends on, like I said, when we have people that just go for our athletic trainer,
Right.
she handles all that stuff.
Okay.
She has their baseline testing that she does at the beginning of the season. But just like anything else, we do have people that will go to, just their family doctor or whatever.
All right.
So as a group, do you have meetings quarterly or yearly or?
So, I speak to the whole, actually, Caitlin, our athletic trainer, speaks to the coaches about it during our coaches meeting. Like I said, some of the people in the oversight team, and I'll be honest, until Carrie sent me the thing, there were a couple people I wasn't even aware were on it because it was put together in 2015. So moving forward, we'll definitely involve those people as well. And I know like the district nurse, she had contacted me about wanting to be on it as well. And I've spoken with a few of the counselors since about kind of getting together and moving forward to meet with our athletic trainer too, so that she can kind of brief them on this is what I do, this is her protocol.
And I can see, talking to Amy Graham from the school nurse, I center to kind of working in the hand with her on the concussion stuff, what they do in the sporting teams, but also what they do in the school. They don't have many experiences with schools, with students during the school day, getting a concussion, but they do work with the doctors on the return to school plan and how they work with, the doctors and the families on making sure the students are okay with it.
So as far as rehab goes for, say, any student, whether it's an athlete or not, once they go to their doctor and then they see like specialists, therapists of some sort, I'm sure they get instructions for rehab, and then that goes to school and that goes to the counselor. Is that?
Doctor takes recommendation to us, and then we review with the counselors. Sometimes we have to have a 504 for the student to
Okay.
take on, but every condition is different. So some of them can come right back and
Right.
ease right back into it. Others we have
Right.
to chuck out the work. It's
Right.
almost like it's a temporary disability.
Okay, and the teachers are just notified and then they can follow through on, okay. Fair enough.
Okay, any other questions about that? Okay. Information regarding textbook adoptions for ELA and economics is included in the packet. Are there any questions? Information regarding the facility rental agreement for the 2019-20 school year is included in the packet. Are there any questions? Information regarding the bus rotation plan for 2019 is included in the packet. Are there any questions? Final draft for the board policy customization project is included in the packet. Are there any questions? Okay. Information regarding the Press Plus contract is included in the packet. Any questions? Okay, this concludes the information discussion item segment of the meeting. We'll now move on to the consent agenda. Are there any questions or discussion items regarding the consent agenda? I'd like to pull out a future-ready one-to-one technology plan off the consent agenda. Okay. Is there,
Why?
I'm just not going to vote for it. I did in the beginning, support the one-to-one at the K through 3 level. So I just wanted to vote no on that, and I don't want to have to vote no on the entire consent agenda. Okay. So usually we pull the item, vote on it separately.
With approval from the board. it
Right.
can be done.
Okay. So I just ask if we could please do that so I can vote for the other items.
Will the
I just-
timeline, will that change the timeline for the one-to-one technology if we don't approve it?
No, it'll be approved. I'll probably be the only no vote. It's the same approval, it's just not on a consent agenda.
I do have a question. When we're discussing this and when we're going through information portions, that's the time for concern or questions. That's why we have a system where you have information items 1 month, and then we have action items the next month. And so for this item to be in the consent agenda for approval, and for you to have concerns about it, as a sitting board president, that should have been discussed long before it got pushed into the consent agenda, because it could have been a regular action item, or you could have asked for it to remain information for additional information if you needed that. I just find it's extremely difficult to work as a board if you can know that it's going to be processed because you can ride the backs of the other 6 board members to approve something significant like this to the district, and then you can stand back and say, no, I'm not going to vote on that. Because this is not the first time. You did this last month with the policy manual, with the handbooks, right? And so you were part of the handbook committee. You knew exactly what was coming forward to be voted on. You didn't voice any concerns during information the month before. You wait till we get to the night of the vote, and then you stand alone and say, hey, I'm not going to vote on that because I don't like one paragraph. And so as a sitting board president, you did not support the handbooks for the entire school district. And I don't know about anybody else, but I just personally have a problem with that because it is just not the way you work as a board, and it's not the way you lead. You can't just allow us to work on these things, and Heather's very available. I ask her questions all the time. She fields questions from all the other board members. If you have a concern, there is ample time to get that out. But to have it in a consent agenda, and then we have to pull it out because you know you don't want to vote on it. That's the problem. It's not like it's new information or there's something different or something's changed. You've known this all the way along, and you voiced no concern to this body, the board, but then you wait for us to come to the night of a vote, and you stand alone knowing that it's going to pass because everybody else is going to vote for it, but you wipe your hands clean of it. So then you can go back and say, I'm not supporting it, I'm not spending the district's money, I'm not supporting the handbooks. I just feel it's not a positive way to lead.
I didn't support this in the beginning, and it was because of the K through 3, so I don't think it's a surprise. And I did let the administration know that I wasn't going to support it when it came to K through 3. I was willing to compromise with middle school, and so this is consistent with my actions before. And I didn't need more information. I already had all the information.
Right, but when we're discussing with Heather, that's the time for you to say, what your concerns are, for you to share with the public, because just to vote no on something that's significant that you know is going to go through.
I don't recall last meeting that you had any concerns. Did you address the concerns last
During
meeting?
information.
Well, I did when we first rolled it out.
No, last meeting when we discussed it, when it was an information item.
Right, I didn't have any questions about it.
Did you
no.
have any concerns? You didn't address them then.
So,
I addressed it initially with the plan. I said I wasn't gonna support K through 3. It's just a philosophical thing. It's not like I'm upset with the implementation or the staffing or anything like that. It's just philosophical. I just don't think little kids should be on computers.
Let's move forward, leave it on,
Okay.
vote no. You will be voting no to the whole consent
Okay.
agenda, but it's noted in
I'm-
open session on the record.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just gonna make one more comment. If each of us, and this is for the candidates that are out there as well, as a sitting board member, you work as a body, right, of 7. Everybody has their own individual opinions and philosophies on a lot of things. But if we each chose that one individual thing that I don't like about this one piece of this, so I'm gonna vote no, you would never get anything done. And that is not the way you function as a board. If it's me individually that, just has an issue with something, I have to look at, it's not about me, it's not about my 5 kids, it's about the entire district and the fact that we have experts in the field that are sitting on committees that are telling us that this is what we feel is in the best interest of our students, of our school district, and that's what you're voting on. You're not voting on what Dawn personally thinks, and that is a significant problem. And so as a board, I would just hope that the body would move forward and do what is in the best interest of the district. It's not your personal opinion that we're voting on here, right? This isn't a club. This is a school board that runs a school district, and we have to do what's in the best interest of our entire body. It's bigger than us. And so I hope that message comes across clear. This is the second time it's been a significant vote. This is not the first or second time. It's the second time in 2 months there's been a significant vote that you've retreated on without any asking of additional information because you were already there. You already knew what you were going to do. So I would hope that going forward, you would consider that you're here for other reasons other than your personal opinion.
So, if we all voted all the same all the time, there wouldn't really be a reason for a board.
Well, it's
And-
not
and
about voting the same.
It's okay to disagree on things.
Yeah, it
And it's
is.
okay to have different opinions, and we all have the right to vote how we want, when we want. You can vote no whenever you want, I can vote no whenever I want. We're the elected representatives.
You're right, but it's not
And-
okay to not have a significant, like a rational reason why I'm voting no. I can't just say, well, it's my personal opinion, I just don't like it. I have to listen to the experts. You have a duty to look for the entire view of the district. It's not just about your personal opinion or how you feel about a specific item. If your experts are telling you, and they've sat on a committee, and you've actually been on those committees, and so you've had ample time, we're talking about months and months of development before this gets to us at this table. And for you to be on those committees and not voice to your board members, maybe I'd change my vote too if you had a rational reason why you're changing yours, but I've not heard it. That's the problem. It's
There
not
are
that you
other
voted different.
experts, there are constituents, and there are other people to take into consideration. It's just not the people you talk to.
Well, it's not about people I've talked to. I'm thinking of our curriculum director. I'm thinking of our teachers. I'm thinking of our building administrators.
Right, and I've heard from
So-
some teachers who aren't in support, so the experts don't always agree. And so anyway, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been moved by Abby Humble, seconded by Beth Reed. Is there discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Humbles.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Bozeman.
Aye.
Disharum.
No.
Olshauser. Samhain.
aye.
Blue.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now, we'll move on to the action items. The bill list, treasurer's report, and district investment report are included in the board packet. Are there any questions? Could I have a motion to approve payment of
Just
the
real
bills?
quick, so Damon, you're going to come back with what point are you going to come back with the investment kind of options that we talked about last time?
I'm hoping next month.
Okay,
But as I've worked through that, Mr. Allen, I've gotten into a real comprehensive analysis of everything, so you kind of dig into that history. And I think it's good to get almost a whole year of experience here, knowing the trends, the cash flow and everything. I'll tell you this, based on the additional analysis, I think we're spot on as far as where we're at. I think we're in very good shape. I don't think that I'll come up with saying that we need to do more in that direction,
okay, good.
but we'll see for sure.
All right, thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Could I have a motion to approve payment of the bills?
I move to approve payment of the bills in the amount of $3,684,660.42 as presented.
There's- It's been moved by Brian Zowen, seconded by Abby Humbles. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Zowen.
Aye.
Humbles. Disharum.
Aye.
Olshauser. Reed.
Aye.
Blue. Aye. Bozeman.
Aye.
Motion carries. Information regarding the adoption of Board Policy 6135 is included in the packet. Are there any questions or discussion? Could I have a motion to adopt the policy?
I move to approve the adoption of Board Policy 6135 as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Beth Reese, seconded by, is it Teresa? Holzhauser. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Reed.
Aye.
Olshauser. Humbles. Zowen.
Aye.
Blue.
Aye.
Bozeman.
Aye.
Disharum.
Aye. Information regarding the resolution of authorized agents for the SEFCU account is included in the packet. Are there any questions? Could I have a motion to approve the resolution?
I move to approve Superintendent Scott Bierman and Assistant Superintendent David Hackett as authorized agents for the SEFCU account.
Second.
It's been moved by Abby Humbles, seconded by Beth Reese. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Humbles. Reed.
Aye.
Zowen.
Aye.
Blue. Aye. Bozeman.
Aye.
Disharum.
Aye.
Olshauser.
Motion carries. Information regarding the resolution to intervene in the property tax appeal is included in the packet. Are there any questions? Could I have a motion to approve the resolution?
I move to approve the resolution to intervene in the property tax appeal board assessment appeal as presented.
Second.
It's been moved by Teresa Holzhauser, seconded by Brian Zowen. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Olshauser.
Aye.
Zowen.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Blue. Aye. Bozeman.
Aye.
Disharum.
Aye.
Humbles.
Motion carries. Information regarding the staffing requests for 2019-20 is included in the packet. Are there any questions or discussion? Okay, could I have a motion to approve the staffing requests?
I move to approve the 2019-20 staffing request as presented.
Is there a-
Second.
It's been moved by Beth Reese, seconded by Don Bozeman. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Reed.
Aye.
Bozeman.
Aye.
Zowen.
Aye.
Blue. Aye. Disharum.
Aye.
Olshauser. Humbles.
Motion carries. This concludes the action items portion of the meeting. Could I have a motion to adjourn to closed session?
I move to adjourn to closed session for the following purposes as stated in the Open Meetings Act. The appointment, employment, compensation, and performance of specific employees, student disciplinary cases, discussion of meetings, minutes of meetings lawfully closed, collective negotiating matters, and security procedures.
Is there a second? It's been moved by Beth Reese, seconded by Abby Humbles. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Reed.
Aye.
Humbles. Blue. Aye. Bozeman.
Aye.
Disharum.
Aye.
Olshauser. Zowen.
Aye.
Motion carried. We are adjourned. Thank you all for attending.
So I'll just ask again. Can I have a motion to approve the human resource consent agenda for 2019-20?
I move to approve the Human Resources Consent Agenda for 2018-19 as presented.
Thanks, Dawn. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Abby, second by Abby. Can I have a motion to approve the
We gotta do
resolution?
roll call vote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Brian wants to go out of here.
All right. Bozeman.
Aye.
Humbles. Disharum. Oh, sorry. Olshauser. Reed.
Aye.
Zowen.
Aye.
Blue. Aye.
Can I have a motion to approve the resolution of dismissal?
Wait a minute.
So
Am I
we got
going
to do
too
the
We need to do the
1920.
1920 human resources.
I move
I
to,
thought we did,
We
oh,
have
no,
two
I
of
see
them.
what you're saying.
One for
Okay,
this
I'm
year,
sorry.
one for next year.
Can I have a motion to approve the human resource consent agenda for the 2019-20 school year?
I move to approve the human resource consent agenda for 2019 and 20 as presented.
Second.
First by Brian, second by Teresa, was that you?
Okay. Zowen.
Aye.
Olshauser. Humbles. Reed.
Aye.
Blue. Aye. Bozeman.
Aye.
Can I have a motion to approve the resolution of dismissal?
I move to approve the resolution of dismissal of part-time certified staff for 2018-19 as presented.
Teresa, can I have a second, please?
Second.
Cheryl, thank you. Roll call vote.
Olshauser. Aye. Blue. Aye. Humbles. Aye. Reed.
Aye.
Zowen.
Aye.
Bozeman.
Aye.
Thank you. Could I have a motion to approve the closed session minutes?
I move to approve the closed session minutes of the regular board meeting of February 20, 2019 as presented.
Thanks, Cheryl. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Abby. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Blue,
Aye.
Humbles, Ree,
Aye.
Zawin,
Aye.
Bozeman,
Aye.
Olshauser. Aye.
Thank you. Anything else that needs to be discussed before we close to adjourn? Anybody? No? Is there a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Cheryl, thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Dawn, thank you very much.
Let's go, Beth.
Motion carried. Meeting's adjourned.
All in
All in
favor,
favor,
say
say aye.
Aye.